Hey, it's Mejia and Andrea Ortiz. First of
Yeah,
all, congratulations and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, how have the last 5 to 6 days been for you both? Because I'm sure you've been doing tons of interviews with people like me. You've been going to all kind of functions, getting free meals. Uh, what has this experience of the last 5 to 6 days been like for the both of you? Clarissa, we'll start with you.
It's been amazing knowing that the city has our back and is supporting us and is also celebrating us.
And you,
yes, it's been really crazy these past couple of days. We've got an immense amount of support, and it's really good knowing that people from all over are supporting us.
so I know the big moment is the moment that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be reading this story and watching this interview about. But obviously, there were a lot of other moments that led up to the state championship game. And this question is for Andrea. And so for you, you are a sophomore, and Clarissa, I believe you are also a sophomore. Okay,
Yes.
you're both sophomores. But I want to ask Andrea this question specifically. Um, when was the moment during this season where you personally felt like you had something special with the girls this year?
Um, I would say since our tournaments at the beginning of the season, that was when we really got close. We started talking a lot, and throughout the season, we created this special bond with each other that we all want to have each other's back. I mean, the seniors, they're gonna leave us already, and we wanted to end this year special for them.
And so, what kind of tournaments, Clarissa, did you guys participate in? I used to work in the Valley and I used to cover Weslaco softball. So, did you guys go to like the Mission Fast Pitch tournament, if that's still a thing, or did you guys go out of the Valley?
We started off with the PSJ tournament here locally, and then we went to a Houston tournament and then the Seguin tournament. It was three tournaments in total.
So, Clarissa, after you guys played in those three tournaments in the Valley and in Houston and elsewhere in Seguin, what did you feel like you learned about the team and the girls coming back down to the Valley?
I just knew that we had each other's back from the very beginning and that we were gonna end the season strong, and we did just that. And I've learned that we always have each other's back no matter what.
And so, the advantage of playing for Weslaco is having a head coach like Coach Rodriguez, who's obviously taking the team to state in 2016, and he's made multiple deep runs. I believe you guys went to the third or fourth round
Yes,
either
the
two
third.
Yes.
years, 2 years
Third
ago or last year.
Yeah,
last year.
last year.
So, what has his coaching style and his coaching ability meant for the both of you, starting with Andrea?
It's been really good having him as a coach. I have felt that I've developed so much since my freshman year. We all came in here not knowing like the basic, like not basics, but we came in here needing to know those basic fundamentals for us to become that great player that we all have become, and he's really helped us develop.
And for you, Clarissa?
Yeah, like what Andrea said, that we came in here, we were like the newbies of the team, and he showed us like the fundamentals of what it takes to become a state champion.
And so for the both of you, you guys being, relative newcomers to the varsity team, um, what has that individual maturation process been like for the both of you, knowing that this is the highest level of softball that you guys are playing in Weslaco that comes with a lot of expectations. What has that been like for you, Clarissa?
It's been awesome. We knew we had to step up from the very beginning since our freshman year. We were playing with the older girls, the seniors, and all these seniors now this year. We knew that we had to play at their standard and at their level, and we did just that.
Andrea, the same question.
Yes, we knew we had to step up from the beginning. We couldn't play as freshmen, but rather as those seniors. We had to step up and play to each other's level.
And so when you guys are thinking when you guys are entering the playoffs, was making it to the state was making it to the state title game or even the Final Four, was that something you guys were talking about? Was that something discussed?
Yes, definitely. We had our saying 3-2-1, which Weslaco is 321 miles from Redham McCombs Field. So that was definitely a goal since the very beginning. Yes.
Yeah, we set our goals and we plan to reach them, and then
You got to go.
So some of these playoff games, not just the ones that got further and further down into the further rounds of the playoffs, but when you guys are going through Mission and Holmes and La Jolla, uh, what was going through your guys' minds when you go up against a team? You guys beat the Coyotes, and then you go up against Lake Travis and then Brennan, because some of those games were like these were like blowouts. I mean, if we're just being honest here, we're talking about double digit wins or double digit type of run differential. So, what was clicking for you guys, sort of in those middle round playoff games against those teams?
we knew what we were gonna go up against. You know, we're a power hitting team, and we just knew what we were gonna go up against, and we planned. We watched film on them beforehand, and we, as soon as the game started, we knew what was coming.
And so, Andrea, when you guys make it to state, you're going up against what a lot of people think is the number one 6A softball team in the state in Denton Guyer. And you guys are hanging in there and going to extra innings. You guys nearly played two full games in one. And so, how did you stay mentally fresh, Andrea, in such a long extra inning affair?
Yes, it was definitely difficult. They're a very good team, and we were a really good team too. So we stood in there and we fought to the end, and we didn't give up.
All right, so you guys obviously won that game in 13 innings, and I guess it's time to talk about the biggest game of all. And you guys found yourselves down 6 runs, bottom of the seventh inning, one out already recorded, and so you guys were kind of 2 outs away from, an already great season coming to an end. And so, what I'm curious to know is, how did you girls keep your focus in the batter's box whenever it came your time to get on base or move a runner over? We'll start with Andrea.
Yes, we knew that we have scored a lot of runs in a small amount of times. As in the other games in the playoffs, we've scored a lot of runs. So we knew that it was possible, and we knew not to give up. We all have each other's back, so if one person gets a hit, we know that the other one will come in and get a hit for one another.
Clarissa?
From the very beginning of the season, we knew we wanted to write our own story and make history. And we all came together and told each other that this is not how we wanted our story to end. And we all fought for each other to the very end, and we came out with what we wanted in the end.
All right, Andrea. So the bases are loaded. You guys are down 2 runs. And before you got to the plate, I believe this is what I saw on video, but I just want to make sure I confirm it with you. I believe you went to Coach Rodriguez and your teammates and you said something. What did you say?
I got it. I told them I got it. Yes.
So one thing I was curious about, because when I listened to and watched the replay of that inning, the announcer had mentioned, Andrea, that you were 0 for 3 coming
Yes.
into that game, or at least coming into that at bat. And so, what in the world caused you to say something like that?
um, yeah, I definitely knew that I couldn't let my other bats affect me because I knew this was a really big game for us, a really big inning, and I just came out there with a fresh mind, a fresh new mindset, and I went in that box with a lot of confidence because I knew that I was going to do something for my team.
So before you square up and you launch that ball over the left field wall, what was the pitch that you saw that made you go, I'm gonna hit the crap out of this ball"?
I was definitely on a lot of those balls. I was fouling off a lot, and I knew if I got a pitch like the ones I was falling off, then I'd be able to hit it. And that pitch, I just got on it and it went over.
So Clarissa, what's running through your mind as you're seeing that ball go over the left field fence, and like did your
I was
mind
in the
blank
dugout.
out, or what happened?
I was in the dugout and I was telling one of the girls, I was like, she's gonna hit a home run right here and she's gonna walk it off. And she swings and we all just run out of the dugout, trying not to fall over each other.
Nobody got trampled in the center?
No, I got
Andrea
trampled.
got
Oh, you did?
trampled.
At home plate, yes.
At home plate.
So, I saw an article by the Monitor RGV, myrgv.com, and the sports editor had the headline, "The Greatest Moment in RGV High School Sports History." And so when we're thinking about how long UIL sports have been going on in the Valley, the great athletes that have come through your program, other sports at Weslaco, all across the Valley, what does hearing words like that mean to the both of you, starting with Clarissa?
It feels amazing that we were able to do this not just for ourselves, but for one another and our community behind us and the whole RGV, you know. It's nice to know that that little kids look up to us like we used to when we were little, look up to the older girls.
Yeah, it's definitely a surreal feeling. I mean, knowing that people are saying these great things about us. I mean, to us, like I don't think we really realize what we've done. Maybe in the future we'll probably look back and say, "Wow, we're state champs." But yeah, it's definitely a surreal feeling, knowing that our community is behind us and that these clips of us are on social media all around the world, and it's amazing that knowing that we're getting recognized.
So there's a really special thing that happens whenever there's a Valley team that happens to make it far in the state playoffs in any sport. I'm sure the same thing happened when Brownsville Veterans football team went up to the Final Four against Smithson Valley a few months ago. Mm-hmm. Valley is a school around the San Antonio area, and there's this great thing that happens where the Valley sort of comes together and roots for the Valley team as they go up against a team from San Antonio or Austin or Houston or Dallas or whoever. And so how much of the Valley do you feel like were with you in the at Red McCombs Field, but also on social media, Andrea?
There was definitely a lot of support from all over the Valley. I know that on our social medias, they were blowing up from people all around. They were trying to support, giving us thanks for putting the Valley on the map. And it's amazing knowing that they can thank us for doing this, because we really did do it for our community and for one another.
Clarissa, y'all were on Sports Center. Like, that is...
Yeah.
I saw that the other day, and I couldn't believe the Sports Center anchors had the "We Are Weslaco" logo behind them. Where am I? What happened? How did we get here? Well, what did you think?
I don't think it's gone through our mind yet.
It has not gone through my head at all.
Like, I still wake up and think, like, is this actually real?
And so I know some of your teammates, I know you guys are sophomores, but because of how far you guys went in the state playoffs, it was kind of a bittersweet thing for some of your senior teammates to not be able to go to their graduations. And so what was that like, I guess, watching your teammates in their cap and gown, getting their diploma, knowing that they wouldn't be able to walk across the stage for that?
It was cool knowing that they'd rather be playing on the softball field rather than going to the graduation. So when they walked down that graduation, it felt amazing to know that we were able to give that to them on their special day.
And Andrea?
Yes, it was amazing knowing that they were there with us. They're in Austin instead of getting their graduation. But I know that they would have rather been there. I mean, it's amazing being at the state championship. I mean, it's truly a gift.
And so for the both of you separately, I know that you guys are not done with your high school careers yet.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming you guys both play travel ball somewhere. What are the
Yes.
which teams do y'all play for?
We both play for the organization of Heat softball.
Yes.
Oh, RGV Heat?
RGV Heat, yes.
The 17 and under squad or the 16 and under, or is it just one team?
The 18.
Yes.
The what was that? Sorry?
The 18.
The 18 group.
Oh, 18 and under? Oh, okay. So are y'all gonna play summer ball again this year? And if so,
Yes.
when is that gonna start, and how much rest are you gonna get between now and getting back on the diamond again?
I believe it's next week we get back on the diamond.
Next week, yes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We start practicing next Monday for the high school.
Yes.
Wow. So in terms of not just the visibility of the softball program, Andrea, but since you guys have just won the state championship, have there been more college programs hitting you guys up, wanting to maybe talk about a visit or anything like that? Has recruitment, have you guys seen a rise in phone calls from other colleges in the last week?
Well, right now we're sophomores, so we can't get any college coaches to talk to us. So maybe next year in the future we will get those calls, hopefully.
All right. I think those are all the questions I have for the both of y'all. Clarissa Mejia, Andrea Ortiz, congratulations again to the both of y'all. And
thank you.
Get as much rest as you can before you gotta get back to practice on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.